Hello, my name is Chenzi Wang, and in this video, I will tell you a little bit about FHIR and demonstrate the functionality of the FHIR server by showing a few examples of how to use its resources. But first, a little bit about myself. I'm currently pursuing a master's degree at Georgia Tech. I'm taking the course remotely online and living in the Chicagoland area. But I'm originally from China. I'm taking this course on health informatics because I wanted to build my knowledge and experience in information processing in a real-world application. And I know the important role history tracking of the medical conditions and the medication plays for treating clients and meeting regulations. FHIR is the latest standard for HL7. It is standard for storing medical history information and is designed to facilitate the exchange of health information to support clinical actions as well as for managing and evaluating health services. FHIR uses a system of modules referred to as resources that can be used in system for real-world use. Several high-profile health informatics groups are experimenting with using FHIR, including the Commonwealth Health Alliance. And according to task group JSON, FHIR is the front-runner API that should be added to Stage 3 of the Meaningful Use Criteria in the High-Tech Act. The FHIR server is an application of the FHIR specification hosted by Georgia Tech. It uses open-source software for its stack and an open-source Java implementation of the FHIR specification called the FHIR project. A great way to show the function of the FHIR server is a little demonstrating of using it to look up some information. This is the homepage. You can see that server uses the resource modules of FHIR, which I have drawn a red box around on the left. First, let's click on the patient tab under resources. On this page, we can look up patients using a number of parameters. Let's say we want to look up a patient named Marla Dixon. One way of looking her up would be to look up her last name or family name. We then type in her family name, Dixon, then click search. This finds 15 different patients with the last name Dixon. An easy way to find the D Dixon we are looking for is to do a text search for her first name, Marla, which brings us to the raw code containing her information, including her patient ID number. The patient search also gives Marla's full name, her gender, birth date, and address. Another resource available in the server is the Condition tab. Here we can find what each patient is diagnosed with. We can determine which patient has a condition. Let's try looking up what Marla Dixon has been diagnosed with. This time we will do a search by her patient ID number 523050. After clicking search, we find that she has been diagnosed with 4 different conditions. Looking at the information in the code for one of those conditions, we see that she was diagnosed with simple chronic bronchitis. We are also able to see the practitioner was diagnosed her and the date of diagnosis. The practitioner and the condition are also given ID codes. The same sort of information is given for the other conditions. Another useful resource is the medication order tab. This gives information similar to a prescription in that it tells what medication a practitioner prescribes a patient and instructions for giving the medication to the patient. Again, let's look up the medications prescribed to Marla Dixon using her patient ID number. Clicking search shows that Marla has been prescribed 3 different medications. The information in the code for one of those medication orders shows that she was prescribed 24-hour extended release metformin ad of 500 milligram dose. It also tells the quantity of the medication to give when the prescription is filled by the pharmacy, how many times the prescription can be filled, the doctor who prescribed it, and how long the prescription is good for. The same type of information can be found for the other medication orders. Those are just a few ways FHIR can be useful when implemented in a server. Thank you for listening.